Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense. They're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The inside handoff. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they score first. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Miami 7, Maryland 0. Return runs out of bounds.
So Maryland's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy on the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Right down the middle. got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Terrapins in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Terrapins have moved it inside the 20. Looking to go up top on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Finds it back in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Hand off from the shotgun. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And now on first down after converting with the run. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Red pass hits complete. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Smashes through the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
And the Terrapins are rolling down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dances away to buy time. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, and you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Finds the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Quarterback will audible. They want to just keep throwing it. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. On the move at the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Hurricanes have taken it inside the 20. In the red area, it's Casey. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The Terrapins want to move quickly. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw on 3rd. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. A new set of downs after the completion. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. Makes the grab on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Canes are flying down the field. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Miami 28.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Terrapins! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Going up top. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses hadn't had a lot of answers.
No, and this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo.
Going for it all. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And as if a 60-yarder wasn't tough enough, he's not even straight on. From the right hash, he'll have to unleash a beauty. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. And the Hurricanes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Safe completion on the screen.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Power football with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Past the 25. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads it left. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. Pulls it in. It's Casey. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Miami, 56, Maryland.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you...
All kinds of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll give it to the back. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Snags it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapin! 2-point conversion attempt is coming. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Gonna run it. It's Casey. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 2nd and short now after that completion. They go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires complete on the crosser. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Terrapins will hustle to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gonna take a shot. He's got it up to 25. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
How about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. First down for this offense. The give as they work on that clock. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, K. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brewer. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll throw it on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We got a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires and picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
84. Maryland 56.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's lofted toward the sideline and intercepted. After the interception, 0 showing on the clock, and that is how we'll end it. This is what you're looking for